Hey guys, what's up? Yokurama here. Before I get on to my review, I want to welcome you guys to my new home. Before I lived with parents, then I lived with brother, and now I got my own flat. Ever since watching Sherlock, I just keep calling this a flat. That just sounds so cool. It's my flat, dog, my flat. Today I'm here to bring you guys my review of Kyokai no Kanata, which translates to Beyond the Boundary. This is a 12-episode slice-of-life supernatural TV series that is produced by none other than Kyoto Animation, the people that bring us some of the best animation in this industry. And I gotta say, when it comes to Kyokai no Kanata, they did not slack too much. They put quite a bit of effort in some of the fight scenes, and I definitely appreciate that. Now, Kyokai no Kanata is a dark fantasy that follows a story about a high school sophomore named Akihito Kanbara. He looks like a normal dude, but really, he is half Yomu. Now, Yomu are technically demons. Most of them are bad, even though we do have a couple of friendly Yomus that we know, and of course Akihito being half Yomu. But it is said that Yomus are made from people's, bad thoughts or bad hearts, that corny stuff. But because of Akihito's half Yomu side, he has a power to heal himself pretty much automatically. Like if he's stabbed, he straight up heals himself, but he still feels that pain. One day Akihito meets this freshman girl named Mirai, when it seems that she is right about to jump off the school's building. Now, Mirai is a person that tracks down Yomu, kills them, and then sells the stone that the Yomu become for money. But Mirai is a very isolated person. She doesn't really let anybody in, if you know what I mean. Because of her ability to manipulate her blood, she is part of this clan that was pretty much annihilated, and she's the last one left with this power. After Akihito saves Mirai, some crazy stuff starts to happen, and that's where the story really begins. Now, Kyokai no Kanata is an anime that didn't really catch my attention too much after its first episode, because it doesn't really start to shine until later on in the series. Somewhere around episode 4 was when I really could not stop watching this one. That's not saying that the beginning or the first few episodes are bad or anything, because they're still pretty good and they look great, because there's multiple times in those episodes where they fight Yomu, and probably one of my favorite parts about this anime is how different all these Yomus look and the different sorts of powers that they have. And some of those action scenes just look beautiful, especially with Mirai's manipulative blood, how she turns it into a sword or ends up shooting it at the Yomu and then pretty much melting by contact with it. It's really cool. And the really dark themes start to pop up after the 4th episode, around the end of the 4th episode, because of a few scenes. So even if you're not super enjoying the first few episodes, I suggest you pull through them, because there's some good stuff waiting for you later. Now, I know that this anime gets a lot of slack by people saying that the characters don't really have too much substance to them, or that they're quite a bit cliche, and I do agree, they aren't really that original. Even looking at some of the side characters, they're pretty average character types that you'd usually see in other anime, especially in anime like this. But I personally love the two main characters and the relationship that they had between each other. Their character interaction was just very interesting and entertaining for me, but I can't really speak that for everybody. Without any spoilers, I want to say that this anime's ending might piss a lot of people off. Personally, it didn't really affect me as much as others people, because I've seen so many anime, so I sort of expected the anime to end the way it did compared to how everybody thought it was going to end. So personally, it didn't affect me as much, and I didn't really have much rage for it, even though I'd prefer the ending to be a different way. But that's just a little warning that the last 10 minutes of the anime might piss you off a bit. Now, when it comes to the opening and ending and the soundtrack of Kyokai no Kanata, I'd say there's some pretty memorable tunes in there. And I especially love that ending, even though at first I preferred the opening above the ending, but once I've listened to it throughout the course of watching the series, I just found myself never skipping the ending, even though I usually always skip endings when it comes to anime, except when it's a sports anime, because all openings and endings for sports animes are good. But yeah guys, to wrap up my thoughts on Kyokai no Kanata as a whole, I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't put it as one of the best anime of 2013, which a lot of people were mad at me that I didn't put it in my top 10 list. And I also will not put it as one of the best Kyoto Animation anime out there, because there are many that are far superior to this one. But if you're tired of just watching the same kind of slice of life stories that come out dozens of times a year, then this one would be perfect, because it takes slice of life, it adds some supernatural aspects to it, has quite a bit of a dark side to it as well, which personally I love. So you can't go wrong with this one. So I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. But yeah guys, if you have seen Kyokai no Kanata, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. Do you guys agree or disagree with anything that I might have said? If you guys think that I missed something and you want to add it, you can put it in the comments below, but make sure you do not spoil anything, because that would be a very bad thing for you to do. But if you're going to check out the anime because of this review, make sure you come back afterwards and let me know in the comment section below your overall thoughts. Always love reading those comments. Make sure you guys like this video because it helps out a lot and I very much appreciate it. Links in the description of all the places where you guys can find me, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that jazz. Subscribe to the channel if you guys like these sort of anime reviews, anime top lists, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm Yokurama, and baby, I'm out. Peace!